Welcome to Codeup's Developer Day. My name is Jason Straughn, co-founder and CEO of Codeup. To kick off this Developer Day, I'd like to give you a formal introduction to Codeup. Two friends and I created Codeup when we noticed a shortage in the local tech workforce. We were trying to hire computer science grads as developers at our companies, but none of them could pass our introductory coding interviews. So we started teaching people to code and training them ourselves. We set up our first classroom in the middle of a co-working space called Geekdom in San Antonio, Texas. We didn't have any walls or fancy equipment. Everyone in the building could see us teaching our first web development class. Back then, we thought we could create software developers in only 2 months. So they graduated in April of 2014 at our first Developer Day. Now we are a 5-month, fully immersive boot camp. After a year and a half of immense growth, we moved into a building downtown with our own classrooms and offices, which is where we are located still today. We went on to become the first coding boot camp in Texas to accept VA benefits for our students. Now, we're very proud to continue supporting veterans in San Antonio. A year later, we were included in the top 10 best places to work list. And a year after that, we did it again. We also started partnering with Alamo colleges to provide students grants, making Codeup more accessible to all. We had to rent another floor of our downtown building because we were seeing so much growth in our students and staff. By then, we had graduated 26 cohorts and had nearly 500 alumni. Last year was a big one for us. We celebrated our 5th birthday, started our data science program, and for the first time, we expanded outside of San Antonio. With a refined curriculum, a growing staff, a new program offering, and an extensive employer partner network, it was time for a new campus and a new city. To maintain our commitment to quality, outcomes, and building the local tech workforce, we decided to stay in Texas. Dallas stood out to us because we've already placed our graduates there at companies like USAA and Cognizant. We're committed to getting every student a job, so we go to our employer partnerships this February. Just 5 months ago, our first Dallas class started, and we were thrilled to break in our new location. But then the pandemic hit, and just after a few weeks of it being open, we had to move to a fully remote learning modality across both campuses. Classes continued virtually with live remote lectures and virtual graduations. And just earlier this month, we reached a new milestone of 700 alumni. To think, we've empowered over 700 people to change their lives is an honor. From the middle of a co-working space to a brand new campus in a new city, the past 6 years have been phenomenal. Thank you all for joining us this Developer Day. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about the brief history of Codeup.
Thanks, Jason, and thank you all for joining us. My name is Christian TORRES, Manager of Employer Partnerships here at Codeup, an immersive career accelerator that trains software developers and data scientists in just 5 months. During their final 3 weeks at Codeup, we see all these students' skills come together with these great projects. Students work in teams to design, build, and deploy full-stack applications, which you'll see demoed here today. Keep watching, and we know you'll find the next great addition to your team. To kick us off, here's Team COUNTERTOP, made up of Austin, Timothy, Charles, and David.
My name is David BESS. My team members are Austin During Allen, Charles BRANT-STEC, and Tim BOUDREAUX. During our time at Codeup over the last 6 months, we have honed our skills and it has accumulated into our full-stack application project, COUNTERTOP. In this work-from-home environment, it's important to eat healthy and not rely on takeout. We created COUNTERTOP to help motivate and get people interested in home cooking. What is COUNTERTOP? A full-stack Java web application created using Spring Boot that allows users to register an account, create and post recipes with integration of the FileStack API, leave comments on other recipes, and search through recipes that other users have uploaded, as well as recipes from the Spoonacular API. My role in this project was setting up the registration and authentication using Spring Security, helping set up the Spoonacular API and dynamic front-end features such as the navbar and styling, as well as database design. My teammate Charles will now walk you through the homepage navigation.
Hi, my name is Charles BRANT-STEC, and my primary roles in our project were the creation of the database on the back end, management of our site's layout and design, and the implementation of the FileStack API, for the uploading of images by the user, for creating a recipe, and adding or editing their user profile photo. Welcome to our homepage. Upon visiting our site's homepage, the user is greeted by a few editorialized picks of the week to pique their interest. If a user likes what they see on the homepage, or if they are looking for something else, they could check out the recipes page that contains all of the recipes. Maybe they find something they want to cook via the search functionality. They can then select a recipe to view the instructions, ingredients, and user comments. What if they then wanted to upload their own dessert recipe for apple cake that their grandma used to make, a fond memory from their childhood? Our user would then navigate to the sign-up page, where they would create an account with a valid email address, username, password, add a profile image of their choice using the FILLIPS API, and be notified of any errors for invalid or mismatching fields via custom error pages. But for brevity's sake, we won't create a new account from scratch right now, but we will use one that we have already pre-made for presentation purposes. Now Tim will take over and talk about the user page and what a user can do once they're signed in.
Thank you, Charles. Hi, I'm Tim BOUDREAUX. In addition to back-end work on the repositories, I was also responsible for designing the user profile page views. The user can change his password to a new password by first confirming the old password and then entering a new password. The user can update their username and email address and also their date of birth. For brevity, we will only update the profile photo. I'm going to pass it to Austin to go into depth on the recipe creation process.
My name is Austin Deering-Allen, and I'm responsible for the back-end functionality, such as creating and searching recipes, retrieving individual recipes, favoriting recipes, leaving comments, and integrating the Spinacular API. Now that we have an account, we can go ahead and submit my grandma's special recipe. Once we submit this recipe, the data we've input into the view gets sent to a back-end controller that handles all things related to recipes and creates a new recipe that gets saved to the database. With the recipe now saved, we get redirected to the All Recipes page. Just like on the home page, we can search through our recipes with the search bar. Let's find the recipe we just submitted. The recipe page we select will show the title of the recipe, who created it, an image associated with it, other featured recipes, all ingredients involved, the description, instructions, and a field where you can leave comments. User recipes aren't all we can find. We can also find recipes from the Spinacular API and see what those recipes are all about, as well as the ability to favorite them or leave comments on them. Now, I'll hand it back to David.
As you can see, COUNTERTOP brings a lot of different recipes to the dinner table. To hire some developers who always bring everything they have to offer, please consider reaching out by viewing the About Us page. Thank you, and we can't wait to see what recipes you'll create.
Not all curricula are created equal. We see boot camps that teach 20+ technologies and degrees that only teach C++. At Codeup, we reverse engineer our curriculum to meet the needs of our hiring managers. Students learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery on the front end, with Java, Spring, and MySQL on the back end. By focusing on the core software development practices, we're able to prioritize depth of knowledge over breadth. We think these next developers have the depth of knowledge you'll need. Here's Trevor, Benjita, AMARO, and Ryan from Team Operation Co-op.
Hello world, my name is Trevor Arnold, and I am here with my collaboration partners Benjita, Ryan, and AMARO to introduce you all to Operation Co-op. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic's inability to read the room, we've all been stuck spending day after day after day after day after day, well, inside of our rooms. And with all this extra free time cooped up indoors, we've all had to find ways to keep ourselves entertained. I know I personally, and like many others, found themselves playing video games a lot more than they have been over the past few years. And even though I've enjoyed playing all these games I've missed out on, I've lost a lot of the connections with the gamers I used to know. So I've been stuck playing all of my favorite games alone. And believe me, I would try making friends through public game lobbies, but there really is only so much dead silence and verbal attacks from middle schoolers that a man can take. That is why my team and I created Operation Co-opt, a full-stack social media application that allows users from all over the world to find a go-to squad to play their favorite games with. Built using Java, MySQL, Spring Boot, Timeleaf, jQuery, and Bootstrap, we created an application that allows users to favorite games, find users who also like those games, and create groups and chat with them so they can plan out how they're going to play those games together. My contributions to this project included storyboarding, wireframing, small graphic designing, and front-end styling. Now, I'm going to take y'all over to the browser. I'll see y'all over there. Well, here it is, everybody. Welcome to Operation Co-opt. During the planning stages of our application, I communicated with my teammates to see what functionalities they wanted to see implemented onto the site. From there, I created user stories based on their feedback and uploaded those to Trello so the team could easily reference them throughout the entire building process. While conceptualizing the design of the site, we decided we wanted a clean, mobile responsive, and easy to navigate design, so we used Bootstrap to help produce exactly that. For the layout of the site, I built a design with the same feng shui as your typical social media application, with a dual tone color scheme that keeps your eyes focused on the page content. To help with the application's general aesthetic, I created an animated logo for our site and used pixelated GIFs from Giphy that would appeal to your casual retro gamers and also fit in with our color scheme. Now, I know that y'all are dying to see what's beyond the homepage, so I'm going to pass it off to my good friend Benjita and she'll get y'all's profile set up. Take it away, Benjita.
Thank you, Trevor. My name is Benjita and my contribution to our project consists of database design, wireframing, user authentication, user dashboard, implementing FileStack API, and group messaging. So let's check our registration page. Users can input their information onto the registration page. Our website uses Sphinx security to protect user identity and the personal information. Once a user is registered, they will be redirected to the login page where they can log in their account. For the demonstration purposes, we have already created the account. Once the user logs in, they will be landed to their profile page where they can view the information and also have ability to edit more on it, such as their bio, their usernames for different games platform, and also they can choose the tags that best describe themselves. By implementing FileStack API, user can upload their profile picture too. They have option to upload the picture from their device, from web search, or via social medias. For now, I'm gonna upload an image from my local device. Okay, let's see what user can do with the groups. To talk about the group, I will pass the presentation to my teammate Ryan. All yours, Ryan.
Thank you, Vegeta. Hi, my name is Ryan Cuvier, and my contributions to Operation Co-op consisted of object-oriented programming, database design, wireframing, using MVC to create the structure of the group controller and model with Spring, and the establishment of the relationship between the user and group objects. Now let's go take a look at our group index page. As a user, users have access to the group index page to display all the created groups on our site. From here, the user will have the option to either view an existing group or create a new group. When a user enters a group, they'll be redirected to the group profile page. From here, the user can view the group details such as members of the group, a description about the group, and the profile picture and tags that define that group. By establishing a relationship with the user and group object, when a user creates a group, they will immediately become the owner of that group. The user and now owner of the group will have administrative properties such as viewing and deleting the group members and editing and deleting the group profile. Users can now connect with other users to collaborate in our social virtual environment. To dive even deeper into our group world, I will now pass the presentation to my great teammate AMARO. Take it away, AMARO.
Thank you, Ryan. Hi, my name is AMARO TERRAZAS. My contributions to our project was database design, object-oriented programming, wireframing, the implementation of IGDB API, and project deployment to make it possible for our future gamer users to get on the action and make new friends, and even frenemies. And for demonstration purposes, I have already created my account. As a new member to Operation Co-op, and thanks in large part to my partner Ryan, there are groups I can check out. Oh hey look, there's a group that I like, let's check it out. After visiting this group profile page, I would like to join this group. Once a user becomes a group member, a key new feature is unlocked, the group messenger. A user can now click on this convenient link to direct them to the group message board. I would like to drop in a message to introduce myself to these other gamers. Now, my latest message is uploaded at the bottom of the message board, and everyone is now able to see that I dropped a new message. I will now navigate back to my profile page. As a user, they also have the ability to display their favorite games. With implementing IGDB API database into our application, they can utilize the search bar and find a game they like and add it to their favorite list. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan, and I want it on my profile page. There we go. Let's add it to my page. Now that you all know how to create profiles, find your perfect gaming squad, and chat with other group members, and even show off your favorite games, come and be part of the mission, Operation Co-op. The perfect place to meet some new fellow gamers, and as always, have fun. To find out more about our development team, please visit the About Us link. You can visit their profiles here by clicking their respective links. I would like to thank you and for your time as I conclude our presentation.
Despite popular stereotypes, development doesn't happen in a dark room by yourself. We train our students in teamwork and interpersonal skills throughout our program. Even after going remote due to the pandemic, they still work closely with our instructors, our teaching assistants, alumni, and fellow students across a wide range of experience levels. With our project-based curriculum, not only does each student develop a robust portfolio, but they also gain experience collaborating with others through pair programming and group projects. Imagine someone in this next group working on your company's next development team. Here's Team TRYIT Diet with Brian, Tommy, Zehan, and Jesus.
Hello everyone, my name is Jesus Garza. My teammates are Zehan Zhao, Brian Barton, and Tommy Cirillo-Thorpe, and we are Team TRYIT Diet. With the current COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to foster a more healthy community that will promote a variety of healthy diets to help individuals find recipes in regard to specific diets and or inspirational posts. TRYIT Diet strives to be a user-driven platform that follows the web content accessibility guidelines to connect individuals that are aspiring to lose or maintain their weight, improve their health, and ultimately improve their lifestyle. Our application is built using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Java Spring Boot. My contributions to this project were database design, the backend logic for the posts, recipes, and ingredients, the security configuration for the users, as well as the data table plugin for the ingredient selection. And now I'll be demonstrating the visitor experience to our application. So here, a visitor will be greeted with the landing page of our website. Have you ever wanted to try a diet but just didn't know where to start? Let's go ahead and try it now. After selecting the Try It Now button, the visitor will then be sent over to this main post page. This main post page will be the home of any registered user's posts that they may have decided to share. Over to the left, we have specific diets listed in this side navigation bar. If the user selects a specific diet, they will then be allowed to view any posts that pertain to the selected diet. The visitor can also select a post and view the content as well as any comments that are made on this post. And now I'll be passing things over to my teammate Zihan Zhao so that she may walk us through some features of a registered user.
Thank you, Jesus. My name is Han Zhao. My contribution for our project are: I was responsible for the logic of our MVC project, database design, and wireframe design. I implemented the back-end logic of our users' comments, that category of models and controllers, which are the foundation to our team's success. I also work on the front-end design for multiple views and utilizing pair programming with my teammate Brian. We tackled the FileStack API efficiently. Now, I will demonstrate some features of a registered user. This page is for registering a new user. For the sake of time, we will have a user profile ready to go. After we log in, we will go directly to our user's profile page. Over here, we can see our user's information, and we have the chance to upload our profile picture. We use the FileStack API to make it work. Also, we can edit our profile information. We can change our user's name, email address, password, and phone number. We also can see all the posts this user created before. We also have the chance to view individual posts by clicking the View button. Now I will pass the things over to my teammate Brian.
And thank you, Zihan. My name is Brian Barton, and my contributions to this website included pair programming by implementing the FileStack API on the user profile, as well as collaborating with my teammates to use technologies on the front end like Bootstrap and JavaScript. I was also responsible for deploying this website.
And now I'm going to walk us through creating a recipe for all of my friends to see. As a user, it's pretty simple and effective to search for any ingredient that you might be using in your recipe. And for the sake of time, I have a recipe already prepared. Here you have the recipe title and preparation, and we can create the recipe here, and it appends to this page. And now I'll pass the torch along to my friend Tommy.
Thank you, Brian. My name is Tommy Cirillo Thorpe, and with users heavily focused on with this application, my contributions to this application were the nearly AAA compliant level graphic design along with wireframing. Also, not to forget the UI and UX components for the diet pages and application. I am Brian's post by the post title, so let me type it in the search bar. Okay, found his post, and let me view it now. Alright, so I want to let Brian knows how his mom spaghetti is. Alright, so I left him the comment to let him know that his mom's spaghetti was on my sweater already. And I can choose to edit or delete it later on if I choose to. So now that I see this great recipe, I want to check out other recipes in a different category. So let me try vegan. And here you can see all the vegan content along with some new recipes specifically for a vegan. So it looks pretty good. But let's take a look at the key ingredients to this application recipe. And here they are, with Jesus Garza, Zihan Zhao, Brian Barton, and myself, Tommy Thorpe. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready for this diet of developers, it's time to try it. Thank you.
In addition to our technical curriculum, students work with our professional development staff to prepare for life after graduation. Since this career field is new to them, we conduct mock technical interviews, craft career strategy, and provide individual coaching. By the time they step into a room with an employer, they already know what to expect and what's expected of them, creating a streamlined experience for our developers and your hiring managers. Imagine being in an interview room with one of our developers in this next group. To close us out, here's Donald, Jonathan, Tracy, and Santos from Team Help.
Hello, my name is Donald SPINI. On behalf of my teammates, Tracy VELASQUEZ, Jonathan Phillips, and Santos Estrada, I would like to welcome you to the Household Emergency Logistics Planner, or HELP for short. My contributions to the development of the website were concept, design, content, Mapbox API integration, front-end development, styling, and functionality. HELP is a full-stack, lightweight, mobile responsive web application designed to function almost anywhere, even in low bandwidth areas. Whenever an emergency arises, from a simple pipe burst to a national emergency, every household should be prepared for at least the first 72 hours after an event. The need to store essential items and develop emergency response plans can be an uncomfortable subject for some households to discuss. HELP is designed to fulfill a need for a kinder, gentler approach to emergency preparedness. HELP provides peace of mind in uncertain times.
On the HELP homepage, visitors can see general information about the application. Here is where they learn about the steps to creating emergency plans. HELP provides its members the ability to create their group, invite members to their group, create emergency checklists, and have custom plans ready to go. These features give the household the ability to organize, communicate, and share information in real time from home or on the road. I will now pass it off to my teammates to guide you through the features logged on users can access on the HELP website. Santos, over to you.
Thank you, Donald. Hello, my name is Santos Estrada. I work in contributions to our application where front-end development, styling, database design, and assisting with the navigation bar and registration page. I will be showing how a user would go about registering as a head of household.
For the sake of this demonstration, I have already created an account that I can log into. We'll start by entering our username and our password and logging in. While logged in as the head of household, I can see my profile. I can create a group. That's our group name. I will enter our cohort name, Hyperion, and our meetup spot as the Tower of the Americas. I can also invite new members to join my group, which will trigger an email invitation prompt and a confirmation pop-up confirming an invitation was sent. If I ever need to update my group name or meetup spot, I have the option to using the Edit Your Group button. I can also upload sentimental items and important documents to our group's plan, which Jonathan will later demonstrate. Once I have invited members to join my group, I can send messages to them on the messages page. I can send a test message to make sure the other members in my group can see them. I will now pass it over to a member that I have invited to join my emergency preparedness group, Tracy.
Thank you, Santos. My name is Tracy VELASQUEZ, and I worked on wireframing, database design, front-end design, user registration, the plan page, and messaging functionality. Today I'll be showing how an invited member can register to join their group.
Once a user receives an invite from the group admin, they can register on the group's unique registration page. Here I am registering to join the Hyperion group that Santos created and invited me to. After I've registered, I can log in and view details like my role in the group, my contact info, and a link to my group's plan. I'll also have access to group info such as my group's name, my group's emergency meetup spot, and my group members, as well as their contact info. As a group member, I will not have permission set to be able to add new members or edit the group name or meetup details. I will, however, be able to add sentimental items and add links to important documents that can be viewed on our shared page. I'll also be able to send messages to my group. Logged in members can see the group's message history and begin to reply back to other members in the group. And now on to Jonathan to show the group's shared plan page.
Thank you, Tracy. My name is Jonathan Phillips, and I worked on the database design, the user registration, the messaging, and the sentimental items checklist in the document URL on the plan page. I'll be showing how, as a group member, I can see the group's shared plan page. We will want to see the plan for a meetup spot in case of an emergency. The map has Tower of the Americas already set as the destination. This was set while creating the group. We can also view and set a sentimental items checklist with the location that they are stored at. And we can see and add URLs to documents shared between the group. Once the lists are filled out, I can print the page as a reference. As an added bonus, we have included a link to the standard 72-hour checklist. The checklist page is full of useful information for the household. Throughout the checklist, the household can check off just about everything they need to be prepared for whatever event may come. The helpful tips contain links to additional information. Once you have filled out the checklist, it can be printed and kept with emergency supplies for reference. That completes the demonstration of the help website. If you'd like to have some developers to help your team, be sure to check out our team page. On behalf of the help team, Tracy VELASQUEZ, Donald SPINI, Santos Estrada, and myself, Jonathan Phillips, I would like to thank you all for allowing us to help.
And there you have it. Thank you all for watching. To get more information about the developers that stood out to you, head over to alumni.codeup.com, where you'll be able to access their resumes and GitHub profiles. Or, stay tuned, you'll see a little bit more about their personalities and some surprise videos. Thank you.
All right, well, first, I would like to thank my family for their support in my decision to come here. I'd also like to thank my cousin for letting me know about Codeup in the first place. I'd also like to thank all the instructors, David Stevens, Trent Beatty, Casey Friday, for just helping me learn even more about software development. I would also like to thank Tristan Crawford for just hanging back and always being there to help me with issues or questions that I had after hours. And he would just, his help, without his help, I probably would have taken hours to solve those issues or problems on my own. I would also like to thank Hung Lee, who, although isn't with us and didn't stay with us until the end, but he was also the same. He would stay after hours and help us understand a concept that we didn't get, or just with solving problems if we had them. And finally, I would also like to thank my fellow cohort members for just, staying up late and coding with me and asking me questions. I felt like that really helped me become even better at coding and just with explaining code. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for that.
My name is Donald SPINI, and I'd like to thank the Codeup staff and the instructors for just being there for me throughout the entire program. It was one of the toughest things I had to do in my life, but it was worth it. Thank you.
So I want to start by thanking my mom for making it possible for me to go through this program. I couldn't have done it without her. I want to thank the instructors at Codeup for being amazing. And I want to thank my capstone team for making everything look so good at the end here. And I want to thank all my friends who let me stay on their couch throughout this time and throughout the years as well. And everybody that supported me on this big long journey that I've been going through. I couldn't have done it without any of you. So thank you.
I'd like to thank my wife for the continuous support throughout my time at Codeup, and I'd like to thank my Savior, Jesus Christ.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my instructors, my parents, my family, and the Codeup staff for a great job in guiding me through this journey.
I'd like to thank Codeup staff, the friends that I made here, friends elsewhere that have supported me throughout everything. Thank you all.
First of all, I would like to thank my family members, of course, for the love and support they've been showing me the past 6 months while I do this program. Without it, I really don't know how I would have finished, or started for that matter, because they were the ones that helped make the down payment on it. So thank you for investing in my future. You're about to see the payoff. Next, I want to thank my friends, Tito, Chris, Samantha, Destin, Alexis, Brittany, Steven. There's a lot of them, but y'all know I love y'all. Especially if y'all are watching this, y'all came through for my graduation. And finally, I want to thank the Codeup staff. Y'all found out about the COVID pandemic the same time we did, and instead of delaying anything, y'all kicked it into overdrive and changed the curriculum to fit over a remote setting, and got us done within the 6 months that y'all promised. So thank y'all for that. I'll be grateful for that for quite some time. So yeah, thank you.
I'd like to give a special thank you to the Hyperion community, from top to bottom. Jason being at the top, of course, and then us being at the bottom. Everybody has contributed and affected at least my learning, and I'm thankful for that. You know, positive and negative. Everything is a learning experience, and that's what I'm most grateful for.
During my time at Codeup, there's been a lot of individuals who have helped me out greatly. There are a few I'd like to thank specifically. David Stevens and the rest of the instructors, Casey Friday. I think they've all done a phenomenal job, and I couldn't have gotten through the program without them. And I just want to give a big shout out to my capstone teammates as well, Austin Deering-Allen, Charles BRANT-STEC, and Tim BOUDREAUX. They're phenomenal, awesome. Thank you so much to them. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you for all our instructors, especially for Tristan. Thank you for helping me that much. Without you, I think I won't make it like this good in our curriculum. Thank you so much for placement team. Thank you, Nico, for helping me do all the things related to my resume. And then also, I would like to say thank you for all my Codeup friends. And thank you for being patient with me, listen to me, understand me, and helping me to improve my English. And thank you, Codeup, for giving me a new life. I think it helped me build my own confidence. Also, I need to say thank you for my family, and without your support, I won't be this good. And I hope everyone in our class have a really, really, really good career. And thank you so much. And I love you guys. And 안녕.
I would like to start by thanking the entire Codeup team and to all of my instructors for their support and help. To all my friends, without whom it wouldn't have been fun. And lastly, to my dear husband for emotionally supporting me. Thank you all.
I'd like to thank the Codeup instructors and teaching assistants for helping me build a strong foundation in the world of coding. It's something I've been wanting to do for years, and Codeup finally helped me make that reality.
I would also like to give thanks to God for giving me the strength to keep going, and to my beautiful wife, and to all my friends and family for their support. And last but not least, the Codeup instructors. Without them, I would not be here. Thank you.
So I feel like I have a lot of people to thank, but I'll try to keep it short. I want to thank our instructors, David, Daniel, Trant, Casey, Hung, and Tristan. Thank you guys for being here with us and answering all of our endless questions and just being here to support us throughout this program. I also want to thank my fiance Brian, my friends, and my family. I pretty much told all of them like 3 or 4 years ago that I wanted to pursue this wild dream to be a developer and go to Codeup, and at the time it seemed super impossible. So it's just really cool that they get to see this and they get to be here, that after all this hard work, they get to see the culmination of my time at Codeup. So thank you guys for being here today.
My favorite memories at Codeup were every time Trent told a joke and cheered me up a little when I was stressed.
My name card right here might say that my name is Trevor Arnold, but y'all should really start calling me Gwen Stefani, because there is no doubt in my mind that my favorite memory from Codeup was whenever I got to go downtown for the professional headshots and meet just a few of my classmates in person for the first time. It was just really cool seeing Zihan and Tracy and Benjita in person after spending the past 6 months with them on a Zoom call. And on top of that, they're really nice people. Like, everybody who was there was just incredibly nice. I remember when I was like doing the poses, getting my headshot and all that, Mariana and Tracy and Zihan were all just like, "Yes, Trevor, you look so good." So like, if I look like I'm glowing in those pictures, it's because of them.
I think the favorite experience should be having today, because Benjita and I will go shopping today together, and it's our second time to meet up in person, and it's kind of like a celebration for our graduation, and it's so exciting. So after like almost 3 weeks high intense capstone experience, and finally we made it. Yeah, just can't say how happy I am. And I think like we did a really good job, and we are also so proud of ourselves. Yeah.
My favorite memory at Codeup was picture day, when we had to go take our professional pictures, because that was the first time that I got to meet 2 of my capstone teammates in person, which was a really cool and very good experience, and it was so interesting to meet them for real, since we had pretty much gotten to know each other for over almost 5 months. So I mean, and just doing it all online on Zoom, yeah, so it was a really good experience to actually meet them for real.
Hi, I'm Charles BRANT-STEC, and my favorite memory at Codeup was working on our capstone, where the team stayed up super late working to overdrive, and we had those few eureka moments where we made those little few tweaks that make the site look really good and function well.
One of my favorite memories at Codeup was our picture day. For a lot of us, it was the first time meeting each other in person. So after 4 or 5 months on Zoom, seeing each other through a screen, it was really cool to get to know each other, and even if it was in passing, see each other and wave, and kind of be like, oh, that person's a lot taller than I thought they were. So really weird experience, but really fun, because you know these people for so long and you really have never met them before. So that was an interesting experience.
I would say my best memory at Codeup would have to be good old JS push-ups with our instructor Daniel. Those actually made me pretty good at JavaScript.
The most memorable part throughout my Codeup journey was our capstone project. It was big, tough and challenging, but at the end it came out nicely. So definitely I'm gonna remember our capstone project for a long time.
One of many favorite memories of Codeup was learning MVC from Casey's presentation. It was considered the hardest lecture in the Codeup curriculum. I was able to understand Java a lot better, which gave me new confidence that I can be a software developer. The lecture was heavily based on hamburgers, and because of that, I craved hamburgers the entire day. A home-style burger sure sounds nice.
Favorite memory, definitely doing capstone with all my teammates. I had a blast. I got to know them a lot better. Had a ton of fun, learned a ton of new stuff, and it was definitely my most enjoyable experience with Codeup.
My favorite memory was everything along the way. Making friends, staying late, inside jokes. Everything was just really fun.
So my favorite memory throughout my adventure with Hyperion would happen to be the pair programming and the capstone. I am an avid learner, and I love to learn from people and to teach people. and working with others has always done one or the other for me. Either I am the learner or I am the teacher, and those are my favorite memories throughout this journey with Hyperion.
Some of my favorite memories at Codeup include the little jokes that we make amongst ourselves during lecture, like saying LOM instead of LOL, because most of the time when we're in lecture we're on mute, so we say laughing on mute, and that's one of our little inside jokes that we use.
My name is Donald SPINI, and my most memorable moment at Codeup was probably on Halloween when Casey tried to teach a lecture with a mask on. Eventually he had to take it off because we couldn't hear him and he couldn't see his screens.